It's about that time. It's one of my favorite projects that I've put together. It's the 1 year video. So we've got Kaan Salvi, Samakari Kikembo, Bilal Niazi, me. This year's episode is a really interesting one. There's so many things that happen within all of our lives. Some of us took a complete twist, some of us took a complete turn, and some of us really fulfilled what we set out for ourselves the year before. So this is one that you really want to tune into and see how our journeys opened up and paved through. And comment below your favorite moment. Comment below whose story was the most interesting to you. And I just want to say again to all of us and all of you, I'm really proud of you. Yeah, really proud of you for setting yourself up to achieve something great, daring to be great, and being a part of this project. You know, I really appreciate you boys, and the reason why I started this project is because I believed in these individuals to make it big, and in whatever endeavor that they were deciding to pursue, regardless they were going to make it. And I'm glad that you guys are a part of this project, so I hope you all enjoy.
My name is Bilal Nitro Niazi.
I'm Kaan Salvi.
Samakari Kikembo.
Kaan Husmek.
Today's the 24th.
I actually don't even know today's date. Oh, 27th.
July 2025.
Yeah, damn, I actually forgot that I went to Mecca last year. Yeah, sounds about right, but I didn't realize it took me that long to start feeling better again. Last year was a really great year for me. This year's been even better. Everything I learned from last year, I took to this year, and so far it's been a really great year. This is the happiest I've been. It's the most I've progressed, and it's only going upwards for me, so I'm very happy.
Well, the first thing I noticed is how big my beard was. Wow. No, like good, yeah. I was having a really good year last year around this time. This year has been like, it's still pretty great, but a lot of injuries, a lot of sicknesses. I've only had, since that time, I think about 3 fights. And yeah, it's been good, enjoying myself, enjoying training a lot. I feel like I'm a lot more experienced now. I've learned a lot more than I had at that point last year, which you'd expect. Yeah, it's been really good. I'm just enjoying myself, enjoying the process. To do what I love, so I'm very happy.
How's life, bro?
Life's amazing. So that was 3 days before a fight. Today is 2 days after a fight. So I'm very happy today. Life is amazing. That might have been what I said over there, but life is amazing. Life is good. I'm happy, I'm healthy. It's been a good journey since last year. I've been soaking it all in.
Life?
Also no complaints, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah, good. Maybe better. Yeah, definitely better. Still good. Even better, to be honest. More experience, more progress. So I'm a little further along than where I was. But it's not all about the progress. I just have the mindset life is always getting better.
How's life right now? Just finished a fight 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Shuriken fight series. Actually 4 days ago if we're going by this time. Yeah, I lost the fight, but at this present day right now, 4 days later, after going back to the drawing board and speaking with the coaches, I feel appreciative, very appreciative. Got a call from Mateo as well, talked to him, and it's gonna start moving in the right direction. Yeah, I actually do remember everything about that. I was still within the fight game mentality, and I really was appreciative. And more so for the people that I had around me, especially Dion and Simon in that moment. How do I feel right now? Life's going great. I feel like I have a beautiful perspective adopted in this time of the period of my life. I got so many things moving, puzzle pieces moving within my life. I'm being young and ambitious, and I'm trying to set in stone a lot of things so I can stand on my own 2 feet, 10 toes down a lot more. So I'm very happy. I am very excited. I feel like I've become the best version of myself. I feel like I'm the best Kaan Husmek. And life's going great, man. I'm beyond happy and ecstatic.
8 fights.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Had a busy year. Had 6 fights since then. I think I won 2 or 3 by knockout. I won a boxing title, a Victoria boxing title. My last fight, a VAMA title, so the Victorian kickboxing titles.
And what's your current record now?
11-0. Yeah, including amateur. Yeah.
Okay, so how many fights have you had since then?
3. Like, yeah, a little bit less of a productive year. Injuries, illnesses. So yeah, like, it's still been good. Like, since then I had another VABL title fight, won that. I had another VAMA title fight, double champ fight, first time in VAMA history. I won that as well. That was my last amateur fight, and then became pro in May this year, and yeah, it went really well. First round knockout. Yeah, 11-0, still undefeated. I'm very happy with how that's going now.
4 wins, 1 loss as a professional with 2 knockouts.
So you've had 3 fights since this video?
3 fights since the video. I've been active.
You need to think about how many fights I've had. I've had 8 pro fights now, and my record is 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw.
What does it feel like to know that you've had that many fights since that time?
It feels good. Raking up the experience. And honestly, it's crazy. Like looking back at this video, I had 4 fights or 4 wins. And now it's going up. Like I'm gonna hit the double digits soon. So that'll be a cool milestone. So it's good, it's cool. It's cool to look back on.
Now I'm 6-2. So I've had 2 more fights, 2 crackers.
Crackers, explain it.
So one was a title fight, short notice title fight against Abdullah Biaida, 5 rounds, cracker, tough but necessary. And the next one was against Michael Barber, cracker in a different way. Like got to bang a little bit, but there wasn't any real. It didn't feel as threatening as any of my previous fights, but it's a fight. So now I'm 7-4. So from 6-2, 7-4. Fuck, that's a fair. When was this?
Last year.
Really?
Bro,
Yeah, I've been active. I'm glad. I like that. Oh, yeah, activity is key to a fighter at different stages. In this middle stage of the career, I find activity is essential. We need to be actively in the stable, fighting consistently.
Okay.
So that means I've had 3 fights. Yeah.
What's been your favourite one that you've had so far out of the 3?
So since then, I fought Jarrett, I fought Josh Trembulo, and I fought Marwan Rahiki. So all of them, which one was my favorite? I do, but it's only just because it's more because of the process leading up. I'll put the Marwan fight. Just given the process, the build up to that fight, maybe because it's so fresh in my mind, but bro, I was very proud of the effort that I put in at the level that it needs to be. And good, I go, okay, I can work on that level. That means I've raised my baseline and I can raise it again. So yeah, and it was fun. And alhamdulillah, things are good. I'm not injured or anything, so yeah.
Oh, and 2 professional MMA.
0-2 professional. Well, I didn't really go too crazy, but with the MMA field, I'm now 1-2. But I had a lot of combat jiu-jitsu matches. I also did a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments, and now I've fully taken a step away from the fight game for this year. So yeah, current MMA record, 1-2, 1 win, 2 losses.
Spot on. The only thing I would say that I've definitely learned is that the crew you stick around with, the crew that you keep around you, your people, is very important. It's very important, who you choose to keep around you, your friends, your close ones, whoever's with you daily. It's very important that they're good for you long term as well. Another thing I say that I've learned: your crowd, your supporters, your friends and family and loved ones that come to watch you fight. It's very important that you keep them very close. You show them their appreciation. You show them how much it means to you that they come and support you. I spent my time very productively, I say. Even when I got injured, my coach kept me very busy. I did some things that really changed my life.
Okay, do you mind listing and sharing? Or if you want to keep it personally, you can keep it personally.
No, I played a few different games. So I played Red Dead 2, I played Last of Us, both of them. I played Red Dead 1, and every single game that I played, every movie I watched, you gotta play them with, your mind has to be in it as well, yeah. And I feel like that's the way I played it, and that's the way I watched those movies. And every movie or every game that I played, I leveled up mentally and I changed as a person, became more alpha, know how to deal with certain situations better, know how to speak in any way that I need to.
Yeah, what was the question again? I went off topic.
You went off
topic, yeah, far out. Yeah, I still agree with that a lot. A new thing that I could say is take care of yourself, your health and your well-being. Definitely get on top of looking after your body, injuries wise, because definitely had a few things that I could have done better in terms of not being injured and looking after myself a little bit better in terms of illnesses. If I could go back, I'd get myself on a few different supplements, say a little bit more liposomal vitamin C, glutamine, a bunch of stuff like that, just to avoid getting sick so much, because you miss so much of the year from getting sick. So I'd go back and I'd tell myself, really look after your body so you don't get injured, look after your health by taking your supplements, and yeah, that's what I'll say.
I understand that even more than I did last year, because I've been able to progress more within my career. Now I'm actually starting to see things play out. I'm getting closer to my goals, I'm achieving more. So to be honest, like that is still spot on for me. Since that day, I've been working every day pretty much towards what I want to achieve, and the more I do that, the more I can see that, you know, what I want to achieve is very possible.
Aside from that specific thing, is there anything else that you learned?
And it's probably going to sound like cliche, but never give up. Honestly, never give up, no matter how hard anything gets.
Yeah, so I said never give up last year, and I would still say the same thing, but I would also say trust the process. Even when training gets hard, life gets hard, trust in your efforts, trust in your work, trust the process, and never give up. Honestly, like those are the two things that I still would go by, and yeah, those are perfect for me, to be honest. Nothing really, bro, honestly.
I have done that, but I have gotten very selfish in the mind. So we just went back to the drawing board and analysed a few things, and one area is I've thought my opinion was better than my own coaches. So present day Kaan is a lot more appreciative that they still stuck around even though I had that type of mindset. And we are working on it, and we will work on it, and we will fix it, and whatever they say goes now. In terms of treatment of people, I've actually done a lot more better in terms of giving people my time a lot more, especially after a tragic event of one of my young brothers, Bilal Wahidi. That thing that happens definitely made me focus on giving people more time, even if it's just an extra 5 minutes. And just not being afraid to talk, us guys and us men especially, but ending it on a positive every single time, being super positive, caring, like loving messages. You know what was one thing I'm actually really proud of myself is I feel like I've given people more of my time since then. I've especially credit that to the stepping it back from the fight game. I feel like I've become a lot more selfless than what I was in the past. I was a little bit more selfish back then. So I'm really proud to say that I've actually gotten a lot more better at that. And again, I hold myself to a high regard in terms of being appreciative, especially when it comes to losing. Gratitude and appreciation allows me to overcome that obstacle or overcome that little speed hump. And these are things that I still carry on to today. And I keep in mind of Bilal, and I still carry on his wisdom and the way he would conduct himself around an individual whenever I go about my day-to-day life.
Actually, like a little bit.
No shit.
Yeah, a little bit. Like a tiny bit, yeah. I was with my cousin recently, and one of his friends he came as well, and then I didn't know who he was. He's like the Jamal. He's like, oh, is that your boxer cousin?
Oh.
Yeah, just getting a little bit, recognized a little bit, and definitely because my last win popped off quite a bit. Like the Vama page. My coach got us a professional photographer for after the fight, so we got some mad photos. And then after they posted that, a lot of people saw those photos. Like I got the most likes I've ever gotten on social media. I'm still a nobody for sure.
But you're getting recognised a little bit.
But less of a nobody than last year.
Yeah, agree with that. Yeah, less of a nobody than last year. I'm still not a big somebody, but I'm getting noticed more this year than I did last year. People have come up to me like when I've been out and about, shopping centres, at fight shows, just random places that I don't know who they are, but they know who I am. A little bit more than last year, and yeah, I guess that just comes with being active in the fight scene. So yeah, and a little bit more active on social media. So yeah.
At fight shows and stuff like that, yeah, more people recognise me. Especially at the pro events. Back then, I was a fresh pro, so the people that go to those events didn't really know me. But now when I go to those events, people recognize me a lot more, and my performances have, stood out a lot more. So yes, at the events and stuff, I get recognized a lot more. And obviously, like I said, they're Fountain Gate and stuff, yes, because it's local. And
Very similar to last year's answer. When I'm at fight shows and stuff, yes, pretty much any fight show. When I'm around the local areas, yes, like I've been at the shops and stuff here and there, like not even the ones that I normally go to. Sometimes I purposefully go to different shops, and when I have done that, I have actually been recognized a few times just from people seeing me online, either from your YouTube videos, or just popping up on Instagram and stuff. So people are starting to see. Oh, actually another one. Someone was at my house the other day, a real estate agent, and he's valuing the house, and my dad told me apparently afterwards, like before he left, he said he knew me. Yeah, obviously just sees my stuff online. So yeah, it's cool.
You know, there's like small, the small communities we're in. Mm-hmm. Every now and then, someone will mention you or bring you up. You don't know who they are, and Yeah, randomly. Whether it's at the gym community or family, friends community or other communities, it's like not often.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Not really, yeah. Still not really. Like, just within the fight game, fight scene. It might be a fight show or whatnot. Someone says something, it's like, oh, cool, you know, somebody's watching, you know, within the community, somebody's watching, younger guys, up and coming. Yeah, I'm not getting bombed on the streets, bro. Thank God.
You don't want that.
Who does want that, bro? What a headache. Yeah, the more exposure, the more. Fuck, there's a book I'm actually just reading. I just finished reading that Sam recommended to me. It's the Gardens of the Moon, the first book in the Malazan Empire series. It's a fantasy novel. And there's one character in there and he gets told early on by this old soldier, he goes, pretty much he gets said, stay low key. He's saying stay low key. I don't want to say be a nobody, but he's saying stay low key because don't get in the empire's way type thing, you know? It's kind of the same vibe that he didn't really follow that instructions and we'll be seeing what happens to him later on. But more attention, the more scrutiny, the more low key, the more peace, generally.
I agree with that one.
Generally.
Exact same thing. I try to convey the exact same message, making sure that I give it my time and energy, and I still do get recognized.
Yeah, so it was actually similar. You know, I actually feel like 2021, 2022, and start of 2023 is when I started to get recognized a lot in public. I definitely have like noticed that I've got this image, or like I hear about through other people, like, oh, your family friends or your cousins, like Edan, for example, like all his mates say, oh, your family friends with Kaan Husmek, no way. Like I hear a lot about that, but in terms of actual interactions with people, it honestly hasn't happened as much. But what's been cool is there's been a few instances where I ran a 64 UF booth and my mum's been looking after the booth, and there'll be positive messages of people just like speaking about me to my family, or when I'm with my girlfriend and the few people that have approached me when she's next to me, they can hear how like I've been able to impact their lives and whatnot. So it hasn't been as much in terms of recognized out in the street, but it's been a good amount, and I'm proud to hear those things and receive those compliments when I'm with my loved ones and people that I appreciate a lot. So I still get recognized, but not as much in the past. But I do know that there is definitely like a image about me. So I'd say like I'm a well-known figure. Like I don't want to come across as cocky or anything, but honestly, I feel like I'm a well-known figure.
Wow. Let me show you.
No shit.
2 days ago, I did that. It was a Friday, today's Sunday. 2 days ago, I achieved that goal. Got the WKF state title. So that is check. I'm happy with that.
How does it feel that you manifested that and you achieved it?
Feels good. It's a long time coming, but I knew I could do it. And when the opportunity presented itself, I took it, embraced it, open arms, and worked my ass off, and here we are. So
what's it like to look back on that, knowing that you achieved that goal that you set out for yourself?
Yeah, that was cool. I remember I wanted a pro title and I achieved it, and I had the state title over there, and I said boom last year. Boom! Now I got 2 fucking Oz titles. So that's crazy. That's crazy to look back on.
Yeah, 100% like the best mixed martial artist in Australia at this weight. Well, I just need to test it out and get the results to back it.
I'm fucking close, bro. I am up there. And a single error took me away from having the results that I asked and said in this video I would like to have to prove that. All props to my opponent. What I'm referring to is the title fight, which would have determined on some level who's the best fighter at the featherweight division in the country. I lost that fight by submission in round 4, and props to the opponent. You know, he did well. He got the job done. It was a very close fight. If I had that, I still feel very, very capable. So I am glad, very close to that. I don't have the result that I wanted. You know, that would be the one that you can use to say, hey, look, well, I believe it, and here's the result.
You did make your international debut 4 days ago. You did, scheduled to have 3 fights. I had the one against Harry, which I got knocked out in. Yes. Even though I did manifest the knockout, I was the one that received it. Second fight, I'm not going to bring too much light to that, but that got cancelled. And then the one I just had 4 days ago. So you did have your 3 fight thing. It didn't play out the way that you said it was going to play out, but I'm glad I got to have those 3 fights, but I definitely want to be way more active this year. Got to get back to my 2022 ways as an active competitor.
Well, that's interesting. Now that like I look back on it and I hear that, I'm like, wow, I've actually been on a crazy journey since then. Like the full 180 aspect of it, like looking back on it in that present moment, I wouldn't have figured that I'd be where I am today. As when I say where I am today, like as I've done as much as I have done in that period of time. You know, speaking about like I got to get back to my winning ways, got to get back to my 2022 ways. I was so adamant, but this was the burnout stage. This was the stage where I started thinking about a lot. I started to put some things into perspective, and a lot of things started to happen within my life around this period where I started to prioritize some other things and really look deep into myself. I did a lot of soul searching throughout this period actually, from then until September, a lot of soul searching. And I remember actually that I was trying to get so many fights. I kept on getting my weight down, couldn't get a match up, getting my weight down, couldn't get a match up. And it was just like a trickle effect, and I guess I took it as a sign that I need to take a step back.
In terms of Melbourne amateur, I feel like it's booming. It's like the biggest it's ever been, and it's only growing.
Same?
Yeah.
Or even better?
Even better than last year. It's popped off more. My teammate Aaron Selvey, he's popping off.
We got Power Play 50 coming up, and yeah, it's a really big milestone in you know, the Power Play history. So yeah, I reckon it's going even better. I'm not too familiar with the fight scene and like the UFC and stuff like that, but I'm keeping in touch with boxing, kickboxing. I reckon you got a few really big fights coming up. So still popping off, and Melbourne's going good. Like I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm watching the amateur fights, watching a lot of the pro fights, and yeah, I reckon we're starting to really stamp ourselves like in the world. So yeah, we're making a lot of some of the best kickboxers in the world right now. A lot of our boxers are coming up. A lot of the MMA guys as well are coming up. So I feel like we're really starting to make an impact across the globe.
Fight scene in general is popping off. Boxing, kickboxing, MMA and grappling. Every single form of fighting is popping off, and it continues to grow, not only in Melbourne but in Australia. But Melbourne's doing a very good job right now. I feel like Melbourne's like the capital of fighting.
Fight scene still popping off. It's crazy. Every week, still new event. Boxing, kickboxing, grappling. Like last week, had the grappling on, the fusion. This week, tomorrow, there's a massive tournament, 25K, 8-woman tournament tomorrow. I'm sure the week after or the day after, there's probably another event. So amateur, pro, everything. Yeah, the week before that, my boy Amish, he won his fight. He defended his title actually. Then you had your match. Then this week there's all these other fights. Like, it's just popping off. It's honestly hard to keep up now.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up. Very hard to keep up, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. More opportunities.
It's good, man. It's good. It's good. It's like
How do you feel like, I feel like right now, especially at the pro level, not just you, with a lot of fighters, there's a lot of like picking and choosing with a lot of things. What's your thoughts on that?
makes sense, you know. At the end of the day, people make choices. So some people are more strategic, they'll make more strategic choices. Other people choose to go about it a different way. I find
It's cool looking at yourself, bro. It's like from back then. It's like that.
Do you feel like it's the same?
Similar. The fight scene's growing. MMA is a very young sport in the country in general. So as someone who's in the sport, has been in it for over a decade, I can see the growth. The skill level is rising. That's the main thing. The skill level is rising and there's still new techniques, new positions unfolding. Other than that, the same thing's always happening. Someone rises, up and comer. There's always going to be new talent coming through. Then you have your people that are already established in the scene. Promotions are promotions. Promoters are promoters. Fight teams are fight teams. So the fight game, not too new. Mixed martial arts, the skill set, still fairly new.
I think, but I'd say it's just boomed even more. Just every single time or every single year, I guess, it's just getting more popular and bigger, and it's really good to see that.
MMA's not actually fight scene right now. I feel like it went through a little bit of a lull towards like the first half of throughout the first half of that year, and then it went up a little bit. But in terms of jiu-jitsu, it's really boomed. Jiu-jitsu in particular, in my opinion, has boomed a lot. There's so many competitions that have popped up. And what I'm really proud of is the women that have made not a cult, I don't want to say a cult, but like a mission to popularize it a lot more. Have done a really phenomenal job, and I like to see that these open workshops or open mats have been happening around Melbourne in particular. And I do want to focus on the regional scene when I answer this question, is that there's a lot more stuff going on in that field. In terms of the MMA, I feel like regionally, it's not as, how do I say it? Regionally, MMA wise, it's not as fan punching experience. Like there's not as much superstars or crazy stories and dramas going around. It's a little bit more civilized. Everyone's a lot more quieter, and there's not as much action happening. Like for example, when that Emrah Hanekamoglu stuff was happening, and then that Hex was happening, and then when I got fought with Harry, like that scene, when the MMA regional scene, that period was like boom, 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 boom. And now it's kind of like trickled down to a little bit, the still consistency is there, which is awesome to see, but I feel like there's not as much storytelling going on. But it's definitely very popularized. I feel like I'm starting to see more people getting involved with martial arts even more. Like the intakes at XFC is always booming with new people. At Revelations, like the numbers is booming. So the gyms I coach at, I just did a few podcasts and whatnot recently, and people describing the experience of how they just got into the sport this year or last year. You know, there's still a movement going on, and it's cool to see that it hasn't died.
I really like Melbourne a lot. I don't know, just like you feel like this is home. You're gonna love wherever's home, and Melbourne feels like home for me. Probably Japan.
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely want to go to Japan. There's a few of my idols live in Japan, and
List one.
Masato,
Okay.
100%. I've been watching his fights a lot.
Are we manifesting you meeting him one day?
If it happens, it happens. I don't know what I'll say. Probably wouldn't be able to speak if I saw him.
So not necessarily a place, you want to meet the guy.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
meet the guy, but he's in Japan. But also, Japan's, bro, it's such a crazy place, bro. Like,
Okay.
so advanced, so beautiful, so clean. They've got a lot of things I would want to go see.
Yeah, like that's a good answer. I'd love to go to Japan, but another place that I really like.
That one off yet?
No, I haven't
Okay.
had an opportunity for that. I'd love to go San Diego, America, because my cousins are there, and I'm very, very close to my cousins. So hopefully someday in the future, I'd like to go visit them there. And I feel like I've always just wanted to go like LA, San Diego, the beaches there, but during summertime, obviously, not during the winter. And just to like go there for a couple of weeks, suss it out, see what it's like.
Straight up, I want to go to Japan still. That's definitely somewhere I want to go.
Boom! I went to Japan a few months after that.
How cool is that?
It was crazy, because I wanted to do it so bad, like one place that I wanted to go, and I did that too, so that was another check.
What's it like? So that's two things that you've wished or manifested and it's come true. What's that feeling like for you?
Honestly, now that I think about it, it's actually pretty crazy. Like I've never actually sat down and thought about it properly, but like now that I'm actually here watching this and thinking about it, I'm like, wow, all this shit's just starting to, come together, which is crazy. Wallah, it's crazy.
Egypt, Brazil is competing with it somehow.
Oh, okay, we got a new one.
Yeah,
Let's
Brazil,
go.
Brazil would be, beautiful.
Where'd that come from? Why Brazil?
It was an option on the table. A couple of friends of mine, or a very good friend of mine, Matt, went to Brazil, and the invite was there to go with him.
Mm-hmm.
So since then, when I started looking around and looking into it, I'm like, well, one, it can be mad for training, so the skills development can be there,
Porra, a lot of fucking guard pulling, bro.
and there can be good. It's good to get different looks, but also something about the tropical situation there, the Amazon. Would be mad, yeah. I would like to.
Favelas? Would you go to the favelas,
Yeah, I
bro?
would pop in just to say what's up.
This is one of the coolest things you've done. I say it again, straight out.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, how cool to be able to, it's like a diary, but a year long between entries. Crazy.
Okay, now elaborate on this question for me.
Brazil was the place I said, just Brazil's cool, bro, like top to bottom. And my mate, I'm talking about Matt, he was talking about going back and forth. He's doing his own thing, got his own game he's playing. He's there now, long story short. He's doing pretty well. I won't share his business, but he's building the lifestyle that he wants, which is cool, being a global citizen.
Is Brazil still on your top list?
Yeah, Brazil's still up there, bro.
Do you remember your
I have
answer from the year before that?
what would have been?
It was Egypt.
Yeah, wow, both of those places, bro. Both of those places necessary. At the moment, I'm just the classic Thailand, Bali, America situation.
I'd like to really go see the Northern Lights, but I did get to go to America and I did a solo trip. So that was really, really cool. I didn't mention it here in terms of America being a bucket list thing, but that was a phenomenal experience that I got to do and got to have. And also went to Singapore. So I've been to Northern Lights, but I definitely experienced something very cool this year.
You know, what's really cool is tomorrow I actually leave to United Arab Emirates. And I'm going to a place called Al Ain, which is an hour to hour and a half from Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So I'm really excited to go experience that part of the world. And then in September, I'm going to Bali with my girlfriend Jada. So we're going to visit some different parts of the world right now, Kaan. And you're living, bro. You're living. We definitely haven't been to the Northern Lights or anything like America or anything like that. But we've got 2 exciting trips planned this year, bro. And you're going to execute one of them tomorrow. As of tomorrow, you fly out tomorrow. So it's going to be awesome. United Arab Emirates, ticked. And then Bali, Indonesia, ticks.
Oh, such a funny guy, but look, I like to keep those things like as private as possible. But yeah, just elaborating on from there, it's amazing. It's great. It's gotten even better than last year, and you know, it's really, really starting to like connect with that person like this. And
Is it the same person?
same person,
Okay.
same person, and it's like it's quite amazing. It's something special.
Like I said, I like to keep it very private, but yeah, same person, even better than last year. It's like this, yeah, same person, but yeah, keep it private.
Still in my relationship with Emily, and I still love you. Hey!
Emily dumped me yesterday. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm still with my girl. I still love her. I love you, Emily, alright? We're still together.
Current relationship status?
Yeah, I've got a partner, bro. Yeah, I was single. Not single at the moment, that's for sure. I've got a missus, very beautiful missus, very glad and happy to have someone in my life, and things are good.
Relationship status is still single.
Wow. Now, I just want to quickly say, no whipped energy stuff. I didn't think I'd be able to find the right person for me. I want to say right, like I was very selfish in that period. And to see how everything played out, it was just naturally and perfect, and it was how it's meant to be. I do have a girlfriend now, which is awesome. Now, not just any girlfriend, a beautiful girlfriend to the point where I actually consider this girl the wife of my future kids. She's beautiful. Family's beautiful. We get along, and I felt like I've been able to live truly and authentically more with her since she's been part of my life. Now, I stepped away from the game after my kickboxing fight in December, and she came in December. Well, if we're gonna be specific, Jada, at the end of November, but after that kickboxing fight is where things started to hit it off, and then we made it official in January. But yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, man. I feel like I found like a best friend in life to experience the whole thing with. She's just the same individual as me, but in a female body, basically. Goofy, funny, beautiful, hot, sexy, you name it, she's got it.
I have so much to be grateful for, so there's nothing to be unhappy about, and I am very happy. I trained today in the morning, so I got a bit of a dopamine high. I'm here with one of my mates, recording a nice video, reminiscing, you know, so it's nice. I'm very happy.
Yeah, like very happy. I trained in the morning, did what I love to do. You know, I don't have many worries on my head. Yeah, in a very good mood, happy.
Yeah, life is good right now. We are actually gonna go get an all-you-can-eat feed after this, so my happiness is through the roof. But in general though, same as last year. I'm healthy, I'm happy, I have people around me who love me, so I'm still very happy. So
Yeah, honestly, I am even happier now, to be honest, because I mean, how could I not be? Look at all the things I've been able to accomplish over the year. Hasn't been easy, but now that like looking back at it too, it's like a surreal feeling. It's crazy. I'm very happy. I'm healthy still, so knock on wood. You know, I've got people around me that care about me and love me. So I just can't complain. Honestly, I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy.
I'm looking at it now and I'm going, yeah, it's like very practical, you know, my answer. It's like, I'm looking at happiness and I'm comparing it to what I knew of happiness at the time, which is like, is it just a mental state? But I'm also bringing in the fact that there's physiological shit going on there. Now I would say 10 out of 10. Am I happy all the time? No, I'm not happy all the time. But to me, I'm interpreting the question now more of where are you at? Are you okay in the moment? And I am okay in the moment, you know, whatever it is. I'm a lot, if I had to say, I guess happy, you know, yeah, that would be the answer for a
Do you
lot of
reckon your
time.
answer was bullshit back then, or do you reckon you were an 8 in that present moment?
Yeah, I reckon I was an 8 in that present moment.
What got you to a 10?
I'm more content, bro. Like, and I'm also, I guess I'm in good environments as well. So I'm in environments that don't cause me to be out of balance too much. Long story short, they're positive, and I'm spending more time with myself, and I have good company, good people I've run into. So, family as well. A lot of time traveling with them in the last year.
Yeah, I see with those stories, you're with your brother and all, and then I see you're grounding your feet in nature in your mornings when you're drinking your tea and all.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool to see.
Man, it's changed. My answer's gonna change. I'm gonna.
I'll put it still at a 10, bro. Yeah, same answer. That's still a reflection of where I'm at.
I was at a 7. Now I'm at a 5 or a 5.5. But on an upward trajectory because of what me and my coaches were able to discuss once we've gone back to the drawing board. But and I'm gonna aim to get back up to an 8 by next year. So that's my goal for next year.
You want me to be honest? 11 out of 10. I am, honestly, 11 out of 10. The start of this year was a bit of a lull. I'd say wasn't the greatest, but because I had Jada to guide me through that process, it was a little bit more smooth sailing. And then now with everything that's going on and the way that I've adopted this perspective for this year and what I got going on for myself, I feel like I'm at a fucking 11 out of 10. Especially stepping away from the fight game, I noticed that I'm giving my energy where it needs to be and I'm not being sucked and drained and nullifying myself of experience the fruits of life. You know, the simplistic stuff of my fat ass loving food, going to a cafe and eating, going out and eating, going out and drinking, experiencing new things about life that I haven't tried before, and experience it with people, new people, and people that I love for that matter. Honestly, I'm proud of me. I am really proud of me. And I put this year into quarters. So quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. And each quarter I've got a mission and objective. And planning out my year like that has provided me with a little bit more, I guess, like a systematic approach, but it doesn't feel like I'm just lulling around, just sitting in the abyss, or not like a lot of things going on. It's just the perfect amount. I feel like putting that has been helpful for me because, yeah, in the past I felt like, especially when I was pursuing the fight stuff, there was a lot of lulls when I didn't have the fights. And then when I had the fights, it was a massive high and then it was a dip. Like there was a lot of waves, like a dip and then a mad high when you win a fight, and then a mad crash if I lost. And then especially when you're trying to get fights and they get cancelled and you're trying to die and you're trying to make sacrifice, there was a lot of waves. Right now, it's just a smooth upward trajectory and I'm loving it.
What I'll say is keeping my routine very strong, sleeping well, eating well, and just with my training routine, just keeping it nice and straight.
Yeah, like eating well, sleeping well, my training, my religion, keeping like keep staying strong with my family. That's the only things I'll add.
Health and stuff that have been like people that I know and that I love that have been struggling. So that's like the most important thing to me right now is to, 1, be grateful for what you have, and 2, your health. That is like, and those who you care about and love, for them to be healthy, that's still like my number 1, because your health is your wealth. Without that, it doesn't matter what you have, how much money you have and stuff like that. Your health is just most important right now. Yeah, honestly, I'd say the same thing. Health. Health is, most important thing. I feel like, because same as last year or the year before, I've had people in my life, struggling with all sorts of health issues. My dad's been struggling with some sort of health issues lately. So, like, when you're not healthy, it does not matter what you have. So, health. Health is wealth. Said it last year, say it again.
All those things are so important to me.
Yep.
It's being present and just being. 100%. Just being. Just existing. I sound like a tripper, but just being present and just being is the most important thing to me, because when I am just there, I'm where I need to be for myself, for my goals, for my family, for my faith, for my development journey, for all the things I can mention, have mentioned. When I'm just in the moment, when I'm present, when I'm just being, I am bringing the best to whatever it is I'm doing.
It hurts me to say this because being present is a close second, but I'll say execute on the things that are taking me to my vision, my goals. Being present is a big part of all of it. For everything I mentioned there, when you're not present, the execution is poor. So that's on one level. I had to actually make that call recently. I said it to a mate of mine. It's like, fuck, I'm putting that as a higher priority at the moment than practicing mindfulness. Still doing everything. Just if it did come down to it, it's like, okay, I'll have to execute first, even if my mind is a little more scattered. And then once we've done that, then we can do the next thing.
Okay. Is that kind of like detaching your emotional aspect of it?
For the mindfulness?
For the execution part?
That's because I guess my desire to achieve whatever I want is more important than cultivating a state of mind that is present. That's it. It's in the past, for good reason, having or cultivating that presence so much more important than everything, because it tied back to everything. And my answer might change, but the fact is I made that conscious choice recently. Even in conversation, I said, you know what, this is really taking the place of the practices I do right now. The reality is, when you're at your best, you get your practices done and you execute at the same time. If I'm strapped for time, because I'm not like a robot, perfect executor at anything, it's like even before coming here, I was like, I would have loved to have just sat for 15, 20, had some communication to get done. I said, I'll do that. I'll do the sit later after this. So, yeah.
Important thing to me right now, definitely not that. I definitely took a step back from the YouTubing, and now it's about leveling up here. The fighting I've been trying to go hard with as well, but especially in the lead up to this next fight and from now, I really want to work on fortifying my minds and becoming a lot more happier outside of fighting and enjoying the process and the journey inside of fighting a lot more. Going back to that challenger mindset and that hungry young Kaan that wanted to challenge himself all the time.
You know what? I started to hit it. It started happening to me there. As you can see, I answered saying loving the process of the journey and the training again. You know, it started to click into me, and now I can fully say, and I'm so proud of myself to say that I've positioned myself well to the point where I've achieved that. Yeah, I've fallen back in love with it just for the process and the training aspect of it. Not because it's my job, not because I'm defined by it, but the fact that I enjoy it and I love it. And then it was like getting back into the wins column, gotta fight. I'm happy that I was able to come out of that slump, and as Kamaru Usman said, get those monkeys off of my back. And I fought Jason Medina and I won that fight. And speaking about the fortifying of the mind, after this, I actually saw 2 psychologists. One of them was a psychologist about general stuff, and the other one was a sports psychologist. And they gave me a lot of tools that I use still to this day that have actually helped me a lot. I've been able to fortify my mind and going through some experiences recently. Like, for example, the fusion match that I just had recently, there was a little bit of slander going on online. And in the past, when I was in the game, I would let that eat me up. Like when I got knocked out by Harry, for example, there was a lot of comments online and it would actually affect me to my actual day-to-day life. I let it consume me too much. Using the tools and strategies that I've learned through that, having the experiences that I've had, and then also having wiser and older individuals to help guide me through it, I've been able to get past little stuff like that so well because I've been able to bulletproof my mind and adopt a phenomenal perspective to the point where I wouldn't say it's selfish, but adopting that selfish mindset of not giving a fuck about what those people think, because why should their opinions matter? You know, using the analogies of the 3 circles, and then like less is more, and then like obviously I can go into a bunch that I've already learned, but it'd take a while because I'd have to explain it in context. But you know, I've utilized those tools and I've been able to get that past that experience for that fusion, for example, pretty easily. And people would always come up to me saying, they said this, they said that. I'm like, and that shouldn't stop me from pursuing what I'm doing. You know, I've still got my plate so full. I've got the IMF stuff coming up, which I'm flying out to tomorrow. I've got the Bali stuff coming up. We've got Power Play 50 coming up. I'm doing a bunch of media content stuff with that. I've got some future food collaborations with Halal Bros and stuff. Like, you know, my plate's moving and my engine's charged. Like, I've got fuel and the car's always moving. These autism analogies are pretty crazy. And also adding to the fact that I'm not defined by all that. I'm not just Kaan the fighter. I have so many interests and hobbies outside of that. I've got a beautiful family, beautiful girlfriend. Like there's just, I don't want to go too much into it because we've got the other boys that are in this video, but guys, there's just so much more to just being consumed by one thing and letting it eat you up. Having that brick on your back, like George St. Pierre said, having the monkey on your back, like Kamaru Usman said, everyone has these tools that I've learned, but just understand it in a different manner. Like they just use different words or a different perspective to it, but it's all the same meaning. And I'm happy and proud of that, honestly.
There's always criticism. It just depends on the day.
Give me one. What are you feeling right now?
Definitely.
You said that there were so many. That's why I'm like, just give me one.
It depends on the day. Like whatever. Say you.
What are you feeling today?
What could I fix today? I had a really good sparring session. So
Okay, but there's no criticism there. What about yesterday?
Yesterday.
The day before?
Really good day yesterday as well.
Fuck, bro. Life's going good, bro.
For sure. No, I went hard. That's why I didn't let myself down.
I got less damage on my face there as well. Must have been better at sparring. What's going on?
What about now?
Constructive criticism. Yeah, look after myself, and also don't do dumb things for people that wouldn't do the same thing for me. You know, that's what I'll say. The most constructive criticism. Like I've learnt it the hard way, but also yeah, just don't do dumb things for people that wouldn't do the same for you. Keep your circle nice and tight, and know who is willing to put it on the line for you, and that's who you should be putting it on the line for as well. That's what I tell myself now. Because I'm a bit of a person where like something happens to someone that I'm not even that close with, I'm ready to just run at it, you know, just help them out, do whatever I have to do. I don't mind helping, no matter who it is, like whatever, but I mean like do things that can potentially get you in trouble. So just be more careful, because, you know, like you start to realize once everything piles up that, you know, you get yourself into trouble, or you get yourself put in situations where you're like, this person wouldn't do this for me, why am I doing this? You know, later down the line. But be a little bit more careful with what you do. That's what I'll say.
Another thing that I would say, I feel like I need to listen to people more. Sometimes I feel like I don't listen or take other people's feelings and stuff into consideration as much.
How do you reckon you've developed on that skill?
I feel like I've done pretty good, to be honest. I do try and think more about how someone might feel when I'm about to speak to them or do something to them. But something else that I would do now is I need to try and, I feel like, think more before I speak. That's another thing. Sometimes I'll just scream out something or blur something out, and then I'll think afterwards, like, shit, probably shouldn't have done that or said that. So that's another thing that I would add on to for next year.
Able to catch up on sleep?
Yeah, my sleep has improved.
Okay, let's
My
go.
sleep has improved, and that's very recent though. So, but overall, it's much better than what it was. Man, it was like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., sometimes worse, sometimes better, but like very sporadic what the times were, you know. The only thing I knew is that I wouldn't be getting enough sleep. Now I'm getting enough sleep, which is mad. Habits, yeah, I've improved in some ways, but I always set a higher standard. Like, I'll go, for example, caffeine. It's like, damn, I have too much caffeine, you know, or smoking weed. It's like, damn, you know, that's, if I smoked back then, it would feel like I would love it. At the same time, I'd feel like I completely wasted time. Now it's definitely not the case, you know. I'm not dependent on, I wouldn't say I'm dependent on anything other than just fresh air, bro.
Yeah, mad. What constructive criticism would I give myself right now? I've been giving myself that criticism daily, bro. Or at least weekly, and I'm doing all the right things. It's like it's not one thing. It was the execution thing. Yeah, that was really one for me. It was like, hey, let's put that in place. That's been the case for a little while now. Yeah, I'll just say stick to the things you know that work.
The nicotine pouches have come into play. Oh, really? Yeah.
Thank fuck, that's not a thing at all
It has
anymore.
helped. Just make sure on sparring.
I got sucked in by the crowd.
In terms of the fines, speeding fines, I have been able to control. I have not received any demerit points on that end. Fuck yeah. But parking fines at Absolute Collingwood, bro, I've received so many, I'm sick of it. That's the only thing, parking fines, I'd say. Constructive criticism in terms of the food. I've been able to control my food, my relationship with food a lot more. Seeing a psychologist, she gave me the tools to help me out with that. And I feel like I'm doing really, really well with that. The only reason why I look a bit puffy is from the fight, and I have been eating a little bit out of that, not restriction, but controlled. So I've been getting a bit too excited. But I aim to get back on structure in the next couple of days. So the one that I would give myself now is to, in the fight or when I compete, you gotta not feel sorry for the person, and you gotta, if you're gonna say you're gonna do something, you gotta do it. Don't change your mind in the fight, even though there's many things that can happen in a fight, you know.
You know, there's a lot I just touched on there. So let's start off with the first one, which I believe was the fines. I've done a phenomenal job I haven't copped any fines except one. I copped one speeding fine. Other than that, I've been really good. No parking fines at all. It's just that one speeding fine that I copped. That was by fucking highway patrol. I got so unlucky. I was just dozing off. Anyway, don't need to contextualize that. And then my relationship with food, I felt like, you know what? I've done really well with that too. I've actually competed a few times throughout the year since then, and I've been able to build a better relationship with my food in terms of using it as a fuel, not using it as pure enjoyment. And then working with Billy Flow State, that's been nice to understand how we can use food to fuel ourselves, when we should eat, my timings of when it's good for me, the foods that are right for me, you know. And I've learned a lot about my body, to be honest, like what's good, what's not good. Like I've worked with dietitians in the past, but aside from working with specific people, I've learned about me a lot more with that aspect. So my perspective with food's been really good. My understanding of dieting and fueling has been really good. And again, like I said here, using the tools that I've learned with my psychologist in that period of time and what I learned moving forward after that has really helped me, man. Like the simplistic thing of like, if this was a jar of cookies, yeah, I'm editing the video and I got the jar right here, I'm gonna naturally be inclined to grab out of that jar and have the cookie. But if I put it in a high spot or really far away in my house, I have to get up out of my chair and make it a little bit more of a tedious task. Obviously, having a little bit of enjoyments every now and then is completely fine, but like an everyday habit, that's unhealthy.
I want to have wiped out the amateur scene in boxing and wiped out the amateur scene in kickboxing. And if the time's right and my coach says so, then is the time for me to go pro. But definitely the biggest thing I would want done is I want to wipe out the amateur boxing and the amateur kickboxing scene by 12 months from now.
Did you achieve that?
Yeah, I believe so. Like I had only one more amateur boxing fight after that, and yeah, like I was happy with that. And then amateur kickboxing had one more fight after that, and yeah, I couldn't get any more matchups and went pro and got an Australian title. So I reckon I did a little bit more. So I'm very happy. I hope everything goes well October 25th and I win another belt pro. December, another power plate, defend my belt another time. And then hopefully, I'm not sure what the pro show schedule is like next year, but if I get a chance to have 1 or 2 more fights by then, yeah, win both of those. So hopefully 4 more fights by this time next year and win 4 by spectacular fashion.
Right now, what I want to accomplish is I want to have an Australian title under my name. Oh, okay, he just froze.
No, that's it.
Oh, that's it, okay. Okay, 1, the reaction is not 1, but 2 of them bad boys, all right? It will be 3 on August 16th, but right now, I got 2 Australian titles. And in 1 year, I'm gonna defend that title. That's already happening. I would like to obtain an Oceania title.
Sam, it would be good if by this time next year you are signed to the UFC or on a show, contender. Yeah, signed to the UFC or contender series and have a belt. You know, but no rush because our time frame is a little longer than that. We're giving ourselves 2 years. This time next year, be signed to the show, be on a pathway to the show, and or have yourself a national belt.
Mad. So yeah, we gave ourselves 2 years to achieve that. And then as usual, I took the higher risk play, which is to push for it this year. And we missed out just by that much. So for this time next year, what would I like to achieve? This time next year, you're a fighter on the global scene. Stepped it up a notch. Very, very high level professional in all areas. All the things you're working on right now have been achieved and are in place. Yeah.
But one goal I want by next year. I'm 0-2 right now. But next year, I want you on a positive. You got to be at least 3-2. At least 3-2. I want upwards positive. Yeah. I don't want a plateau neutral record. I don't want 2-2. If you go 0-3, I'm gonna be pretty upset. But it's not the end of the world, and you never give up no matter what. But anything above 3 wins, I'm happy. Let's get back on the positive. Let's get back on the grind, Kaan.
Well, I definitely have gotten back on the positive and I have gotten back on the grind, but not in the aspect that you wish there, 2024 Kaan. I did end up having another fight, MMA fight. I had it against Jesse Medina, so I won that one. I also did a kickboxing fight. Finally made my professional kickboxing debut against a veteran opponent as well, just like Jesse. Won that one as well. That was a cool one, having all 3 XFC boys, you know, fighting on the card again with Eren. That was really awesome. And then aside from that, a bunch of fusion matches. So pulling back from that and stepping away from the fight game, you know, the mindset then and the mindset now is completely shifted. And it's interesting to see that, the evolvement of my character and the person that I am, the surroundings in my life and what's been going on, for example. It's crazy how a lot of things change in the span of a year. Even filming some of the boys, you know, some of the boys achieved their goals that they set out. Some of the boys not failed, but like did a little bit of a misstep, or maybe it just wasn't part of their journey in that present time. Maybe they will achieve that thing. Not everything is smooth sailing, and life can take a full 180 on you. Like for me, for example, I've taken a step away from the fight game to pursue the content creation, the coaching. There's so many endeavors that I'm pursuing right now, and so much things that have happened into my life as of recent to kind of understand my priorities. That, for example, the fighting's not the end all and be all. Being an individual that's been consumed by that for a long time, honestly, taking a break is nice. Taking a break is nice, and listening to high-level athletes within the jiu-jitsu sport or the MMA sport and hearing their training regimen and kind of understanding my body, you know, everyone's not the same. Like taking a break, or honestly, like for me, for example, if I do fight, it doesn't mean that I'm going to go back into that fucking 24/7 thing, honestly. It could be like, I guess, now that I'm openly blurbing it out, it could be like a built-in excuse that if I fail, oh, it's all right. It's not the end all and be all. As long as my happiness is there, fuck all the rest. Like sometimes there's a job you got to do and you got to commit to it and obviously let it consume you a bit. But aside from that, happiness is paramount. I do love the sport. I do love doing this. I've got a passion for clothing and I'm fucking good at coaching. And I've got a passion for that too. I guess the new generation to me, like the short attention span, having a lot of diversity is like nice for me and it works for me. But the one thing that I'm proud of is that I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out with the fighting content creation. I've now fully taken a step back from the fighting to pursue this 100%. Now, by pursuing this 100%, let's say I get to the end of the year, December, it flops, it doesn't work out. At least I can rest my head on the pillow knowing that I gave it my all, all right? But I don't want to ponder on that what if. Like when I had the open chat with my brother and Dion, I vented and I cried so hard because I felt like I let them down. And they're like, Kaan, you tried it at least. You've tried it. You've done it. You know, I didn't make it to UFC level or anything like that. And I actually don't think even if I do come back to fighting, I don't think my vision would be there. It'd be just for like let's just do it for the fun of it. Or to put Jada through the emotions. Or for me to just do it like a fucking one-off type thing. My ambition is 100% no longer competitively to be in the UFC. No UFC champion stuff. But working with the UFC in terms of content creation, coaching, getting my students into there, that shit's more appealing to me right now. I feel like there's not as much sacrifice. Like the fight game, guys, is fucking hard. It is so hard. Like the people that have made it into the UFC alone, not even a champion, have sacrificed so fucking much. Yeah, and I've learned that because I've been in this lifestyle for a long time, not to say that I needed to do partying and that I needed to do drugs, but I missed out on a lot of life. And you see it with, I think his name's Steve Carell, like, you know, people that make it and have a bunch of money and whatnot, and you realize what actually matters. Yeah, so having a social life, going out and trying new things, enjoying life. And I'm giving myself to the end of this year to fully do what I'm doing right now. And then maybe I might have one fight next year. Maybe might have the next fight in 2 years. We'll see what happens. But I really want to see how good I can do with what I'm pursuing this year. I really want to give myself a 100% chance. A goal that I have a year from now isn't a year. It's just by the end of the year. I'm right now, I'm really not thinking that far ahead. I'm not thinking about June next year. I'm just thinking about December. I'm going hard as I can until December. So Kaan, by next year, I hope you position yourself phenomenally content creation wise that you've got a lot of business opportunities moving forward. You're going to the UAE. There's UFC happening July 26th, Robert Whittaker versus, I think, the Ritter. And I want you to try go onto the press conference, try jump on the mic, shoot your shot with Dana, and let's see if you can make something with yourself in terms of that, because you've been covering the Oz MMA regional scene for a while, bro, and you know a bunch of people enjoy your content and you enjoy making it. But let's see if you can finally blow it up. Let's see what more you can do with it, if you can reach an international stage or reach a broader audience. Like you've been going hard, not as hard, but like, you know, you've been going hard with the content creation, YouTubing. I feel like selfishly I should deserve a little bit more in terms of reaching a wider range of audience, reaching more subscribers on my YouTube. And then whilst I'm at the IMAF or whilst I'm doing the power play stuff or anything to that degree, I hope I build a lot of networking and connections. Networking connections is key this year, Kaan. We're not focused on monetary gain for this specific year. We're focused on building a little bit of a foundation. So I'm hoping by the end of the year, I've got a lot of networking, I've got a lot of connections, and I can provide a lot of opportunity, not only for myself, but for the people around me. Whether it's people that want to pursue stuff like this, like content creation, whether it's my students at the gym and I can provide them opportunities with promotions, even for myself, business opportunities. I think a key thing that would be cool next year is to dip into more collaborations, working with fighters, working with gyms a lot more. I think that'd be pretty cool to broaden my audience. I've been pretty just to myself in terms of capturing content for me, capturing the XFC boys and whatnot, but I think whether it's, for example, I don't want to blow it out too much, but a cool opportunity popped up as of recent with the potentially, and working with Joe on Power Play, who's honestly been blessful enough to guide me a lot, you know, mentor me in a sense. You know, let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. I'm giving it my 110% this year. I'm proud of you, Kaan. I'm proud of you. You just got your first car too, which is a fucking phenomenal achievement, bro. 25 years old. You're coaching the Australian national team for IMAF. You are legit leading it, bro. Right now, I feel a lot of pressure on my shoulders just to make sure everything gets executed properly, but ride the wave, bro. Ride the wave and you'll figure it out. I don't know how, but you always figure it out. Some way you do. You got Power Play 50 coming up. Let's execute something beautifully for Joe. You know, whilst you're traveling on the plane, you're going to edit more of these videos. You know, we've got the sponsorship videos slowly rolling out. Let's execute a good show for Joe. And then maybe he can start working those international shows that he's promised. And maybe you can jump on board with that, travel with him. And then in the future, whilst you're traveling internationally, let's see if you can do stuff like DJ, where he goes and trains with the best in the world and documents it. You know, even when you're going to Bali, Kaan, I want to see if you can collab and record a little bit with you and Zach Bennett over there. Yeah, individual that you faced across in the cage, you lost to him, but you know, you don't let that brick stay in your back. You just like take that brick off, you throw it away, and then you just put the ego aside. You just train with them, meet up with the person. Go there to holiday with Jada, but you know, link up with them. Link up with him, see what his gym's about, and see what he's like, you know. A guy that you used to face as an opponent, you've lost to him, and let's see what it's like when you go to just meet and train with him, you know. Like, that's what I think is a beautiful aspect about martial arts, and Demetrius Johnson inspired me in that aspect, you know, like seeing him train with Rod Tang, even though he didn't lose to Rod Tang, like train with Rod Tang and seeing him roll with Nicky Rod and, you know, experiencing all that stuff. I think, like, if I can get the opportunity with, I could train with fighters as well, like experience that and document that. Like, that'd be cool. You know, there's some of the best kickboxers in the world. But look, let's see. Again, this year, Kaan, is all execute. You don't want to be all talk. That's the main thing. I don't want to be all talk. Let's see what I can do for myself. But the biggest thing, bro, I'm proud of you, and you're happy, bro. You're happy, and that's the main thing.